All right, everyone, let's get us started with the program. We welcome our viewers here in Nigeria and around the world. This is Business Morning. This Wednesday with me, Bosun Amafaye, live at Channel's global headquarters in Lagos. What's in the news this business day? Let's get started with the $30 billion loan debate. The Debt Office Chief or Director General Ibrahim Nwankwo explains why Buhari's administration wants fresh $30 billion loan, a request that the senators rejected on Tuesday due to lack of details. So essentially that's what the debate was all about. But then again, why would the government want this money? And you have a summary of that there on your TV screen. According to the head of the debt office, the money essentially will be a 3-year loan, 2016 through to 2018, bearing any unforeseen occurrences. Of course, if that is approved from this year, that will span till 2018. That's the concessionary loan that will be coming at about 1.5% annual interest, with the repayment period between 20 and 30 years. We have no details what the moratorium will be on that, and by moratorium we mean how many years Nigerians will have before repaying the loan. So the moratorium is the period between when you borrow the money or some money and when you start paying back. For some of the loans from the World Bank, the IMF, and other agencies, usually what you call the moratorium period, you could borrow in 2016 and start paying over from the next 3-4 years. But the new loan being sought by the Buhari's administration has a 20 to 30 year period. Now, what's the spending plans? Basically for infrastructure, roads, rehabilitation, constructing new ones, finishing up with some of the railway projects, as well as electricity. According to Nwankwo, putting all this infrastructure together will ease doing business in Nigeria and will help put the economy back on track. That's a summary of what the money was all about. Meantime, yesterday, the president and the vice president, Muhammadu Buhari and Professor Yemi Osinbajo, received more than 100 delegates from the Niger Delta. This is the first major meeting between the president and the Niger Delta stakeholders since President Buhari took office on May 29, 2015. Now, what do the Niger Delta stakeholders want? They gave the president a shopping list containing 16 items, quite a very long one. Most likely the president will not be able to provide everything until his first term in office expires by May 29, 2019. But on top of the 16 items they want, and they asked the president to fix, was to ask all the international oil companies to relocate the administrative and operational headquarters to the Niger Delta region. Hold on a second. That means that Shell, Mobil, ENI, ExxonMobil, everyone doing oil business in Nigeria will have to remove all their headquarters from Lagos, where 100% of them are based, and rebuild new headquarters in the Niger Delta. That was one of the things they asked the president to do. How long it will take all these international oil corporations to move their headquarters from Lagos to the Niger Delta remains to be seen, but that is one of the requests from the Niger Delta stakeholders. They're also asking the president to expedite the takeoff of the Maritime University, or what you call the Niger Delta University. They also want a bit of a rearrangement, and they complained that the Niger Deltans are not part of the regular oil blocks allocation, so they want some oil blocks allocated to them as well. Meantime, they want also a demilitarization of the region. This is the presence of security forces is not so good for the region. They want some of those security agencies to move out of the Niger Delta region, where Nigeria currently produces about 2.1 million barrels per day, according to the Deputy Minister of State at the Petroleum Resources Ministry, Dr. Ibe Kachiko. And of course, at the bottom there, the completion of the wobbling east-west highway as well as the rail projects that will connect Lagos, the country's financial capital, down to the Niger Delta region. That's some of the key points of the 16 items the Niger Delta stakeholders want President Buhari to fix for them to ensure everything goes on smoothly. Meantime, let's get back to Lagos, where the country's financial capital is, and that's where we're reaching you now. N.Delta, a former deputy governor at the Central Bank of Nigeria, has now been appointed the chairman of Fidelity Bank, a Tier 2 listed commercial bank on our market. N.Delta is an accomplished banker. He was the deputy managing director and chief operating officer of Diamond Bank. That was before he went into the Central Bank in 1999, where he spent about 10 years as the deputy governor at the Central Bank. Ebi is replacing Christopher Eze, who will be stepping down as the chairman of Fidelity Bank. Ebi was also the managing director or the chief executive officer of the defunct New Nigeria Bank PLC. Well, of course, you know how to get more news from Nigeria's news leader every hour, on TV, online, and handheld devices, anytime, anywhere around the world. You find Channels Television News. You want to get more on what's making news this morning, check through the Android and every other device you have. Just log on to Channels Television and you get all that. At 11 o'clock, we get to the one of our head points where we're making news. But that's business for you. Let's continue. Let's return to the markets. Let's review the first trading day in November for you, and that's the Tuesday. That was okay. Look at a very tepid Tuesday for the bond market via the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, one of the most lukewarm trading session we've had so far in 2016. Just 3 government papers or FGN papers were traded. This is one of the most sluggish we've ever seen. And look at